All right, we are live.
Cheers, y'all.
Cheers. I hope everyone's doing great out there today. I have one more pressure day coming up, and then I'm free at last. It's what it's going to feel like. It's something important I have to take care of for related to work, but that'll be all day tomorrow, and then I'll be done. So it's been preoccupying my time. I do have all the packages packaged up over here. I have not. I just have not had time because it was the first prize package. It has to be dropped off at the post office. It won't fit in the mailbox. I can't lift the flag. So I'm just going to drop them all off at once. It will not be tomorrow. I can tell you that. Post office will be closed by the time I'm done tomorrow. Yep. So it'll be Saturday morning. That we post office does have hours in the morning on Saturday, so I'll be up there then. Oh, but what are you sipping on, Mark?
Springbank 10.
Mm-hmm.
Found a bottle of that locally for $80, so had to snatch it up and try some.
All right. Well, I'm sipping something that's related to well, it's directly related to our hashtags tonight. I have a couple of bottles here of Green River. And we're going to be talking about Green River tonight. I have the regular bourbon and the wheated bourbon. So I have two glasses poured. I have two glasses poured already.
I've got both of those and the foolproof, so I'll join you.
Awesome. Yeah, and I'll be looking for the foolproof. This is just they're working on their expanding their availability of stuff right now. But yeah, we'll get into those hashtags here in just a little bit. But this is a giveaway show, folks. So we are going to be posting hashtags. If you're new to the show and you don't know how this works, when you see us post hashtags, all you have to do is repeat that hashtag, and you will be in for entries. We're also going to be giving some samples away. We'll get into those here in a little bit. But for right now, I know we have Lori is here, Sugar Kitty, Wigwag Workshop, you're here, Big Daddy H, Peter White, Jimmy's Random Content. So I hope I didn't miss anybody. But yeah, we're just getting started, and it's still kind of early on the left coast out there.
Okie dokie. Sugar Kitty's in there, John Kranz.
Yeah, all of a sudden, right before the show, I sneezed, and gosh, I was joking. I said I might be allergic to Green River. I don't know. I doubt it. But yeah, now I'm gonna let me get a drink of water here, and then I'll get those hashtags going, and we'll get that set up.
Yeah, that's what I thought, Sugar Kitty. You know, I don't hardly ever see it around here, so you know, I figured, well, hey, for that price, I can't pass it up. I'm gonna have to grab one of those. And because I saw one last week at the same store, and it was like $83. But if you bought two of them, it dropped down to like $78. So I'm like, well, okay then. So I picked up a couple of extra and for some couple of friends of mine. If you want one, let me know.
You know, that's strange. You know, usually when I find something I want to grab, it's limit one or two, not. Hey, we'll give you a discount if you'll buy more.
Well, that's what I said. Twist my arm, you know. Okay, then. Because I mean, I just got two. I didn't get more than that. I figured, okay, I'm gonna leave it alone and see if anybody else wants some. And I went back into that same store today, and there was still two on the shelf. So I'm like, well, okay then.
All right,
I'll give y'all a week to find it.
There you go. All right, well, let's get into these hashtags here. I am going to go ahead and play the little intro video for the hashtags, but we are highlighting Green River, Green River. Boy, it would be bad if you had a green liver.
Yeah.
Green River Spirits Company is what that, but it's a distillery. So here we go. All right, so first we're just going to highlight where they are. They are in Owensboro, Kentucky.
Yep.
And the hashtag there is, and they're right there by the river.
And that was not far from where I was raised, about 45 minutes, maybe an hour away from where I was raised in Western Kentucky.
Jimmy. Green River. That
Yeah,
would be
sorry about that beer one.
Green Liver.
Green River.
Now, actually, the Japanese they don't say L's.
Mm,
That was actually they had a
mm,
in Japan pachinko is really popular.
yeah.
Drop the little metal balls in and then
Mm-hmm.
gambling.
Houses through the little things.
Right, and they had a like a King Kong thing on top of the building with his his roaring, had his arms out,
Yeah.
looked like the chest up of a gorilla, and they even spelled it Gorilla Pachinko.
Should have spelled it Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
Pachinko. All right, let me pour some of this here Green River you're talking about.
All right. Well,
What do you want to start off with? The weeded or the regular?
I have them both poured, but I'm sipping on the regular bourbon.
Okay, let me get that one.
I'm gonna do a little compare and contrast here.
I do like the little horseshoe on the bottom of it too. That's an
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, the entire bottle all the way up is shaped like a stack of horseshoes.
Yep, that's pretty cool. I like that.
I think I like. Well, I won't say that till I take. Let me take a sip of this weeded.
DSP Kentucky 10th distillery in Kentucky. Wow. Non-chill filtered.
Yep.
Only 90 proof though.
That's true. That now the full proof, of course, be probably 125.
I believe it is.
Yeah.
Let's see. Reach. There we go. Nope. 117.3. At least the bottle I have.
Well, that means it went into the barrel at 117.3.
Yep.
So, hey, that's pretty good. Tater Dumb, Fulton's here. Whiskey Nose, Dustin Bosek. How's it going?
Oh, founded by John W. McCullough in 1885.
1885. Yep.
Kentucky's 10th oldest distillery. All right.
Urban Kitty, how's it going? We're on hashtag GROK. I don't even know
Mr.
why.
Mom,
Oh,
cheers.
Green River, Owensboro, Kentucky. That's why I put GROK. Yeah.
Whiskey Nose starting out with a Miller Lite and some Limousine Rye. 9-year French oak. Oh, I bet that's tasty.
All right. Well, Mr. Mom is here now, so we can get the party started. John Kranz. Oh yeah, no hangout tonight, guys. I'm not sending the link out after the show. So if we're on Facebook and all that, just don't expect a link because I have to get on around here and wind down and get to bed, get up early and put suit pants on, a button up shirt and all that crap.
Now, Phil, most of those shelves are only about one bottle, or some of them are 2 bottles deep. So there's still plenty of room.
Mm-hmm. Well,
and I picked some peppers for you, by the way. I've got some fresh native chinkapin peppers that I need to send to Phil. Do you have Phil's address?
I believe I do.
Okay.
I can get it. I mean, I've had it. He's sent me stuff. I remember I think I've sent him something before.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to send him some of these while they're still fresh. But I mean, they're good dried too, but they're tiny. I mean, they're like, smaller than your pinky nail. They're little bitty things.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, did you send me an email, Phil? Or
he just sent. Phil sent you his address.
Yeah, I needed it. I was going to ask him for it anyway. I'm sending this stuff out Saturday morning, so.
All right. When we get out the stream, he can send that to me or whenever.
Yeah. I'll get it to you.
Well, that's got an interesting nose to it.
There's Bourbon Hunter here. All right. Welcome.
Bourbon Hunter Lee. I think I saw him.
Metal Garage. Who is Taylor Boone? I'm seeing people now. There we go. They're showing up. All right. Well, we are A few more minutes here. Hashtag GROK. So make sure you get that in there. Again, no links after the show. I'm going to wind down here and get ready for in the morning. Get that out the way.
Well,
I'm about to be taking some time off, though, between now and the end of the year. I have weeks built up that I haven't taken.
oh, there you go. You gotta take it before you lose it. Cheers, top
Yeah.
dog.
I'm also doing a Adobe Max conference here. I think it's in November. It may be October. I'll have to check and see. But I'm going to take the week off for that. It's like on Monday, Tuesday, and some on Wednesday, and then I'm going to practice a little bit, and I'll get ready for the show. But anyway, I'll have some. I'll be off the entire week of Thanksgiving. I'll be off for 2 weeks for Christmas. So we'll work.
I got you, Phil. Thank you, brother. I will be getting you some peppers in the mail this weekend.
Cool.
Now you'll probably have to eat them by the handful, but
probably. Yeah, that the wheated bourbon on the Green River. It's I would if you sip water and pause in between, it's a lot lighter flavor, but it's really good.
Yeah, I like the wheater.
Yeah, it's still really
sipping the regular bourbon right now.
Yeah, I think the regular bourbon has some more notes to it for sure, but now they're both of them are 90 proof, so. But seeing it what the foolproof is. I like that foolproof being like, what'd you say, 117 point something? So, we know that foolproof is whatever they barreled it at, no matter what the proof did after that, they will proof it back down to what it went into the barrel, which means they're putting their whiskey in the barrel at a lower proof point.
Yeah, which is, you have to, I would think, in Kentucky. Yeah. I mean, because it's granted, it's not like Texas as far as the heat goes, but close, and the humidity is up a little higher in Kentucky.
Yeah,
I know. So, but I would say I would have put it in there at a fairly lower proof, like maybe 115, somewhere in that range. Not your full 125.
Well, I mean, they're not trying to maximize the juice. They're looking for more notes out of it. So,
yep. All right, drive safe, Phil.
All right.
Yeah, the regular bourbon's good. I like it.
Oh yeah, I'm even in my glass back out. I've been sipping on the regular bourbon. Now I'm bringing that wheated bourbon down. That wheated bourbon drinks more like a good caramel drink or something. It's a little too easy to drink. Kathy Bates, how you doing?
I'm gonna pour that one next.
Yeah, it's pretty creamy compared to that other one. All right. Well, we are at 6:58. I am going to go ahead and spin this thing. Hopefully everybody got their hashtags in. If not, if you missed this one,
cheers there, Kathy Bates.
Open system settings and close it again. But if you missed this one, don't worry. There will be another one right on its heels. All right. Good luck, everybody. This is worth 4 entries to the quarterly drawing. And Peter White. Congratulations. Nice. All right. That one. Let that confetti die down. We don't want to steal anyone's thunder here.
Well, Big Daddy H, what you sipping on tonight? Cold beer or just water? Iced tea.
All right. So let's bring up this next slide here. This is their logo, motto, whatever, the whiskey without regrets. So back in the day, what I read was this one was not supposed to give you a headache in the morning. It's a really, a lot of hearts,
Yep.
That's
the big thing.
Yeah. Bottled at a lower or barreled at a lower proof, that type of stuff. It can all make a difference.
Well, the biggest thing as far as I'm concerned is how narrow your cut is.
Yep.
If you get too much of a head cut, just throw it all in there. Yeah, you're going to wind up with a headache from that stuff.
Oh yeah.
As for granted, according like if you, I'm basing it on moonshine.
Right, right, right.
So I'm like, or with a distillery, it would be called new make.
Yep.
And yeah, if you don't have a good hearts cut, it's going to taste bad, and it will give you a headache the next day.
Yeah, yeah. You'll have some off flavors in it for sure.
Mhm. Well, a lot of the off flavors come from the tails,
Hmm.
which for some whiskeys, especially if you're pot distilling things, you want some of that. Not all of it, but
Right.
some.
Jerry
Hey,
J,
Jerry J.
how's it going? All right. Well, yeah, we'll get into the
That's good.
uh, a little bit more about Green River, and then we're going to cover their whiskeys that they have. So,
Okay.
and
Well,
it's
you got
what
a
they
list.
have right now. Yeah, we'll cover them all.
Okay. Yeah, I heard some rumors they're doing stuff for other folks as well.
That's coming. Yeah, that's coming up here in a couple of slides. We'll talk about that. But
Gotcha.
the next slide is going to be a clue.
Mm. Oh, let me kill this TV over here.
All right.
There we go.
Man, this is I didn't realize how thirsty I was. We sit down here right before the show started, and I drank one bottle of water, and I'm almost finished with this one. And when the intro was playing, I ran and grabbed another bottle of water, so I'd have two.
Well,
Uh,
hydration is key.
yeah, I've been doing breakfast in the morning. There's some Joe next door, and Ricky lives about a block away. They come over in the mornings, and we've been. What we did is we were going to IHOP and spending too much money. You
Mm.
know, I mean, breakfast is like Taco Bell. There's like 5 ingredients, and you just make them different ways. And you got sausage, biscuit, toast, eggs, bacon. I mean, that's pretty much what you got. Heavy fatty esters. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
fatty
Fatty and ester.
ester. Yeah,
Maybe
not
not so
so much.
much.
Yeah,
That's true. Yeah, that's one of the reasons I like some of the Irish and different Scotch is because they do that pot distilled stuff versus your
James more.
normal column. Where a column just strips
Right,
pretty much everything out of it, and you
right.
get most of your taste of the whiskey from the barrel.
From the
You know,
wood sugars. Yep.
yep, from the wood sugars and well, other stuff factors in as well, but for the most part,
Well, and I mean, we'll get into it here in a little bit about the contracting, and making bourbons. Almost
mhm,
every place that does a lot of contract bourbon stuff
yeah,
is using column stills because they can keep it
yeah,
going 24/7.
yeah, I'm sure they are as well. Green River is probably doing column as well
Yeah.
because it's just more economical, basically.
Oh yeah. Well, and it's a straight run. You never have to stop.
Yep.
And so yeah, as long as you have the those beer vats, where you let the
Hmm.
yeast eat, as long as you
Yep.
have plenty of
They're
those,
feeding it
you
to
can
you.
keep it going.
There you go. Hey, Peter White. Cheers, brother. Good to see you. And James Morgan.
And some of them do a combination where they go from a column
Hmm.
and they'll put it in a pot still for a little, like they'll do more than one distillation
Yep.
on it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think down here, Andalusia, they're mainly like pot still, but then also it's a hybrid still. They'll do it's like goes through the pot still, but then goes into plates, and it
Yep.
distills at different levels that way. So you wind up pot distilling, but you get a higher proof coming off of the still.
Yeah. Well, and the big thing is it's got to be copper.
Hmm.
Whether you're doing column or pot, you have to have that
Oh yeah, yeah.
that
There's got to be
copper in there.
copper in there somewhere
Yeah.
for sure.
Pull those sulfates out of it. Yeah. So, yeah, so we are at 7:04 now. We still have time on these hashtags. Man, my brain, I got to get my brain on the show. It's preoccupied.
Hmm.
ah,
All right, let me try
but
some of this here weeder. Yep, that's it.
yeah, they're hybrid. Yeah. Yeah, and a lot of this, I go on a lot of distillery tours, and I go, year over year, and a lot of them are most of them are hybrid from what I see when I walk through.
Yeah.
Mm,
I think that's kind of the way to go because you can distill better flavors and stuff with a hybrid, or a
yeah,
pot still than you can just straight up column. I mean, granted, hey, straight up column, like Wild Turkey, all your big brands. That's
yeah.
what they're. It's a continuous. They're not even slowing down.
Well, they used what got me was they used the pot stills. Well, that Lincoln Pinch one. I mean, he doesn't even have a column still. It's
Yeah.
all pot still, and he was not investing in a column either. He was just getting bigger pot stills.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I went to Jay Rieger's in, they had a hybrid, and I went to another one there in Kansas City. I can't remember that distillery, but they only had one column in there, and it was all for their gin and vodkas. It was just
Oh,
that was
yeah,
all
yeah,
they did
exactly.
in it. Yeah,
And it's great for that. You
yeah,
know, that's the way to do that because you want the high proof. You want it to come off, 170, 180 proof,
yeah.
whatever. Because then you got a nice neutral grain that you can add whatever flavor to you want.
Oh yeah. All right, top dog. Yeah, I've been there. Hopefully my mic's holding up. I got this new adapter. I know it held up last week. A couple of weeks before that, uh, this mic has a long cord and it runs around and comes around behind and comes back and plugs into the laptop. And I think the adapter was it was in a bind, and I think it was making it a little bit spotty. Strive for 190. Yeah. Yeah, that's on your neutral spirits for sure.
Yeah. Yep. And there needs to be copper for show.
Hmm.
And there's Bowman products, regular 2 times uh, at, at BT. But there's still the Bowman, Virginia. Okay.
I know a lot of people don't like that Willet pot still.
No, I don't care for it.
Yeah, that's just got a little funk to it.
Yeah, definitely. Interesting bottle. I mean, but I don't want one on the shelf because it takes up so much room.
It does.
Uh,
Yeah, they're like this fat. They look like I dream
mhm,
a genie or something.
exactly. I mean, like I said, interesting bottle, but
Yeah.
well, put it this way. Let's see. I got one. Hang on.
The last one I had was in the crash of 2019,
There you go.
I think it was.
There's my Willet
Oh,
bottle.
there it is. That's the teeny one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's how much I've drank out of it in 2 years.
Yeah, there you go.
So it's that good.
Yeah, I had one on that glass shelf that crashed. I think it was 2019. It was the bourbon calamity of 2019. But I wasn't too worried about that, but I did lose my decanter. I was keeping old Nick Williams in a crystal decanter.
Uh huh.
Beautiful decanter. My wife and kids, they of course, my wife got it for me, but said it was from them. And
Mm.
it was a twisted decanter, and it had
Oh,
the laser cut uh, lid, no
yeah.
rubber on it, but it sealed perfect in there.
Nice.
Yeah, it was like, yeah, it was nice, and it met its demise that day.
John.
All right, well, we are at 7:09. We are going to spin this
Well,
thing, and let's get these 5 entries given away. So here we go. Good luck, everybody. 5 entries to the quarterly drawing. And boom, Mr. Mom. Congratulations.
there you go. Congratulations, Mr. Mom. Get some points in there. Let me check my Highland part. See what the heck that is. Well, John Grants, where did they find it at? Let's see here. Highland Park cash strength.
I keep
I
forgetting.
don't know what batch. Oh, this is release number 2. That's the one I have.
All right, so here's the next slide. In 2022, um, Green River was purchased by Bardstown Bourbon Company. So that's the clue of what's coming up. And that we've already discussed it a little bit about the contract distilling, but we'll talk about it more on the next hashtag.
Yeah.
I think everybody knows Bardstown does a lot of contract stuff.
I got you, John. Yep. Oh yeah,
But
Bardstown's doing a bunch of different stuff nowadays.
well, they have the Fusion series, the Discovery series, those type of things.
Mhm.
And I have a Fusion series that I like pretty good. And I've tried the Discovery series, a couple of the Discovery series ones. Uh, I'll tell
Yep.
you one. I'm bringing this up out of the blue. Is I like the Blue Run,
Hmm.
uh, the bourbons, and so the master distiller that put Four Roses on the map, because Four Roses wasn't even sold here in the United States until he got involved, and then I forget his name right now. If somebody wants to Google gargle it, but he's behind the Blue Run stuff, and I like their high rye. It is quite tasty.
Hmm. I tried a pick of the Blue Run. Oh, not Blue Run.
Blue
What is it?
Note,
Blue the butterfly one.
yeah, that's Blue Run.
Okay. Yeah, I tried a pick of that recently. I didn't pick up a bottle of it, but one of my local guys, at local liquor stores, he had a pick of them, and I was in there looking for some whiskey, and they were doing some samples. I'm like, here, try this. I'm like, okay, let me try it because I hadn't tried any of it,
Mm-hmm.
and I tried it. I'm like, damn, that's actually pretty damn decent. You
Yeah,
know?
you must have had the high rye one.
Okay, it probably was, but it was actually pretty dang good.
Yeah, the Reflection one,
Jim Rutledge, there you go.
Rutledge. That's
Which
it. Yeah, I knew I would know it as soon as I heard it. Yeah, Jim Rutledge.
thanks,
Um,
thanks, Marty.
yeah, thank you. Yeah, he uh is doing a good job over there. But I had the Blue Run Reflection one, and I thought it was good until I got their high rye,
Mm,
and the notes just explode in the high rye. It
yeah.
is so good.
Now, I will say that the wheat is completely different than the bourbon.
It is
Well, it's close. It's kind of the same, a few of the same notes, but
a lot more of the caramel, a lot
mm,
creamier, especially drinking them back to back. You don't get
yeah,
a lot of the notes out of the wheat because you're overwhelmed with the notes of the other one still,
yeah, it's good. I like it.
or not overwhelmed, but overshadowed. It's overshadowed by the notes of the other one.
Yeah,
Calypso version, but 14 year, and of course I traded it. Oh, okay, yeah. I mean, it's like I say on here a lot. I don't kick any bourbon. Well, any true bourbon. I don't kick any true bourbon out of bed. Put it that way.
mm,
But I like them. I'll drink them all. I mean, I'll even drink if all I have is if I go to a party and they're like, "Hey, we have Jim Beam over there," just the 80 proofer, I'll drink it.
yeah. White label Jim Beam's not bad.
Yeah. I mean, you're not going to get a lot out of it. Now,
No, but
if you drink something like, I don't know, I'm trying to think of something mild like Eagle Rare. That's a
yeah,
fine uh uh even like you could consider it almost a beginner bourbon on the scale of things, but it's a little more advanced than super beginner, but not a lot. But if you drink, let's say Eagle Rare, and then go to Jim Beam 80 proofer, you're gonna know.
yeah.
You're gonna know immediately that that's an inferior bourbon. But
Oh, well, sorry about that, Mr. Fulton. Better luck
oh
next time.
darn. Mm. One thing I know about Fulton, though, he's gonna keep trying.
Oh, for sure. He got no quit in him.
Mm-mm. He gonna keep on plugging. But Fulton, I can tell you from your posts, you have had far more successes in life than you have had disappointments.
Yes, sir.
At least from what we have seen of what you post. You know, gold medals and making it to playoffs and all that kind of good stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yep. You've been doing pretty good. So, you got to have a few disappointments here and there, keep you in check.
Hey, that builds character. All right, we're
Yes,
at
sir.
17. I'm trying to keep an eye on the clock because I had an alarm that didn't go off last week. NBC MGP.
The Nashville Barrel Company, MGP. Yep.
Hmm.
Hey, cheers, William Hall. Good to see you, sir.
Yeah, when we get it, I'll go ahead and start talking about this next hashtag coming up. Not the one we're on now, but the Bardstown. This is an expansion for Bardstown buying Green River,
Mm-hmm.
and it's calculated. And of course, in whiskey, you don't do anything for immediate returns. You're looking 5-year, 10-year, 15-year down the road. And I can tell you right now what it looks like is Bardstown is trying to compete on the level of MGP eventually,
Yeah.
which is Ross
Yeah.
and Squibb or whatever. But, people are looking at bottles and the people are wising up, even, newbie bourbon enthusiasts or whatever. They're looking on those bottles and they're seeing distilled in Indiana and they're putting them back on the shelf.
Yep.
And, when you look at some place like Blue Note out of Memphis, that's an NDP, but they're procuring their bourbon from like Green River. So you look on it, it says distilled in Kentucky. And that makes a big difference. But everybody knows all the mash bills. Well, most people know all the mash bills for that MGP has. And, whether you want to call it MGP, Ross and Squibb, I don't really care. But
I'm going to have to call it MGP, just because I'm so used to it myself. And Ross and Squibb sounds like a lawyer firm or something,
It does. Well, it's that or an investment firm, type. And an investment firm owns Bardstown too. If you really, follow the rabbit
follow
trail.
the money trail.
Yeah. But money makes the world go round, folks.
Yeah.
You got to have capital to build. And they're getting it. As long as they let the distillers distill and don't Jerry Jones them like he did the Cowboys.
There you go, John. So Ross and Squibb do my taxes every year.
Yeah.
I got you, Jerry. Yeah, you need to get a bottle that's foolproof. If you can't get one fairly soon, let me know. I'll pick you up one.
Yeah, I'm starting to see them now. The one we had here in Winston around me, the ABC stores, was the wheated, but I bought it a couple of weeks ago, so I didn't, I hadn't been looking, but I went to last weekend. I went to a wedding reception thing in Charlotte, and I looked at the ABC store downtown Charlotte, and it made me envious that they have such a great ABC store in downtown Charlotte. But they had the regular bourbon there and the wheated, but that was it. But I think they're starting to get it here.
Yeah.
So
it comes off a little bit sweeter than the normal bourbon.
Oh, the wheater.
Yep. A little bit more vanilla too, or maybe like a custardy kind of a note to it, like a vanilla custard.
Yeah. The one thing I do. Okay, it's a horrible trade off, but because we just don't get this stuff here. But if the ABC store gets it, it's a markup from what they pay. There's no secondary market price on it.
Yeah.
It's, they can't do that here. So, but we just don't get good stuff. Okay, we have to spin. So let's go ahead and do this. And this is going to be 6 entries to the quarterly drawing. But yeah, we get every once in a while. Kathy Bates, there we go. Every once in a while, we'll get
Congratulations, Kathy.
like a lottery, and you have to have a valid driver's license, blah blah blah, and in the state. But 60,000 people are signing up to get 100 bottles or 50 bottles or whatever of Pappy, and
Yep.
but if we land it, we get it for MSRP.
Oh wow. I'd buy a bottle of Pappy for MSRP.
That's 200 and something. Well, I'm talking about the 23. It's 200
Oh,
and
the 23. I don't know if I'd want
289.
that one. I think I want a younger age statement than that. Maybe like the 12 or the 15.
Well, I was just saying, I just know that 289, I think, or something like that, is the MSRP of 23.
Okay.
All right. So, yep, keeping with the Bardstown tradition, they are doing contract distilling. So, I think that's why Bardstown bought them. They're wanting to expand that contract distilling for
Yep.
indies and put that Kentucky straight bourbon on those bottles.
Yep. Because everybody expects bourbon to come from Kentucky.
Now,
Even
right
though you can
now,
make bourbon anywhere in the USA,
yep.
Kentucky still kind of does it the best.
Or so they say. But
Yeah.
I mean, there's some old distillery. Like there's some in Tennessee, and I'm not talking about just Jack Daniels either. I'm talking about Uncle Nearest is a great distillery there.
Yeah.
But they're the ones that coined the Tennessee whiskey phrase, because they were doing the charcoal filter. But
Don't be
but
filtering my whiskey.
yeah, I mean, there's Kentucky distilleries that do charcoal filtering.
Yeah.
It's no big secret. But yeah, they do a contract with Blue Note out of Memphis. So if you get Blue Note, it's distilled at Green River. The thing I
Yep.
wanted to mention here though is Bardstown and Green River and all the reason Bardstown's trying to grow through acquisition. So they're acquiring these distilleries so that they can offer a more diverse mash bill. Like the people will feel like they're more like if you go to MGP or Ross and Squibb and you try to buy, they're going to say, pick one. It's like, here's our menu. Pick a mash bill, but here you can have more say in, oh, I want this and this and that, type thing.
Yeah. Well,
And
yeah. I think they're you can come up with your own mash bill and they'll distill it for you and then bottle or barrel it.
the
Age it
only,
if you want them to.
yeah, the only thing I don't know about though, because it's not just about the mash bill, it's about and Rabbit Hole's charcoal filtered as well. Yeah, because Woodford and there's several of them that do, but it smooths it out just a little bit. But the one thing though, when I was talking to the guy at Lincoln Pinch, there or at Dueling Grounds Distillery, distilling Lincoln Pinch,
Yep.
they do a lot with their grain selection. So that's another thing. I want a non-GMO corn, or I want
Oh,
an heirloom corn. Well, you're going to have to give us the grain because we're not going to go get it for you. We're going to use the corn we
yeah.
use, type thing, because that can make an impact on it.
And speaking of that, of the grain, I was sipping on some Corbin Cash
Mhm.
recently, and the one cool thing about that is you can actually, because it's a rye. The one I have is a rye. And it's a Merced
Mhm.
rye, so it's out in California, and you can actually start picking up some of the terroir,
Mhm.
like you can with a wine, because of where the grain was actually produced, and then
Right.
how they Well, granted, with Corbin Cash, I think he's got some fantastic barrels. I mean, he
Oh,
pays a little bit of a premium for some, like 2 or 3 year aged wood before they
mm.
make the barrel out of it and stuff like that. So, they're doing really good stuff at Corbin Cash. If you haven't tried any of that stuff yet,
Yeah, Kathy, I still had you scrolling on the intro. I knew. uh, but the uh, Cook's Meal up here,
yeah,
very unique, and it's 100% corn, but it's different corn varieties that go into it, and it's all of the corn they use is grown in Catawba County here in North Carolina. Huge difference in that. Because
yep,
if you do like Hudson Baby Bourbon, well now it's Bright Lights Big Bourbon because they changed it. But Hudson Baby Bourbon used to be 100% corn, but it was not that good. Let's see.
exactly.
Oh
You
yeah.
know, and John, the only way that I kind of noticed that I actually got that is because I actually have a local uh, sweet potato moonshine.
Oh, there you go. What's
Look at
up,
that.
Jerry?
She's clear, and it's a sweet potato moonshine.
Mm-hmm.
And after trying this and then try a little Corbin Cash, I catch that slight hint of a note of the sweet potato
Yep.
because it was grown in the same field as the rye was.
Well, and I'll just put it this way because I've been around a lot of potato patches in my life and turnip patches too. Now, turnip
Yeah.
patch is something you don't really want to plant much behind it unless you're not going to taste it. You can plant corn over it, or not
Oh, of
corn,
course.
but cotton and stuff like that. But a lot of those like turnips and potatoes and sweet potatoes that didn't develop, they get tilled up and they just you
Hmm.
know turn the nutrients coming out of that they break down in that soil, can flavor that stuff a lot stronger.
Ooh,
Oh,
more than Jura?
well, they quit making Hudson
Dura.
Baby Bourbon. Yeah, they quit making it. They changed it to Bright Lights Big Bourbon because Hudson Baby Bourbon was 100% that New York blue corn. And
Yeah,
then they added all they did was added 5% malted barley to it. That's it. And they called it Bright Lights Big Bourbon.
I bet it would, Jerry. Yeah,
Oh, I bet it would, yeah.
sweet potato vodka. Shit, yeah, count me in
I mean,
because the sweet potato shine. It's
mhm.
stupid good, and
Oh
they
yeah.
proofed it down to like 80 proof or something. But everybody that I've given a sample of that to, they're like, "Holy crap, what the hell is this?" I'm like, "It's a local guy,
He's a,
it's downtown Bastrop."
he's a vodka is code. Mm.
That what? No, Ramona de Cuba.
All right, I promise we're going to start getting into Green River's offerings right after this spin.
Huh.
And we're about to spin it right about now. So here we go.
Oh, damn, Jerry. 160 may be a little hot.
All right. Good luck, everybody.
About
Seven
120 would be perfect.
Seven entries up for grab. Here we go.
All righty.
Boom, Jerry
Yep.
J.
There it is, Jerry J. Congratulations.
Congrats.
And be
Let the
rolling in
confetti
Kentucky.
die down. All right.
Oh, MB Roland. I have not tried that one, James. Just north of Nashville. Yeah, that's. I've been there. I know what you're talking about.
All
It's just
right. So
6.5 proof. Yeah. Okay.
the next one, two, three, four, five, six slides is what Green River has to offer right now. So the
Okay.
first one is the one I'm sipping on.
Yep.
It's
That's
the
good.
yep, just the Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey.
Yeah, I like that one. I mean, that's a good bourbon. It really is.
Yeah.
I don't know what the age statement on it is, if there is one.
I think it's 4. I'm not sure. I did. I've been preoccupied.
Oh, and I just noticed it does say sour mash whiskey.
Oh yeah, yeah. But you do get some of that, but it's not like gosh, what's the one? Michter Sour Mash.
Yeah, no, it's
It's
different
not
than
like
that.
that. It's. I mean, you can put more or less. They always put a little of the used mash back in, to help
Yep,
with stuff. But the sour mash is where they just put more of it over in there. Redistill.
yep.
But
Do the some of the backs, but it's good. I like it.
hmm
I'm liking the foolproof a little bit better than that one though.
oh yeah, I mean, because what I was going to say is it's good, but it's 90 proof.
Yeah, yeah. The 117 helps it
Yeah,
out. It does.
I I like that 117. I'm really going to look for that foolproof, and I hope they're keeping it down there around below 120. Oh, I got to get Kathy Bates down here. Yeah, and we'll start talking here about the samples we're going to be giving away. And now
Yeah,
that we
I
have,
did pour up a few samples.
yeah, you sure did. So what are we playing for tonight? Okay, so the regular drawing, okay, that's one thing, but the samples require a super chat super sticker. You get 2 entries for every $1. Even if you win or don't win the samples tonight, you're still in for the halfway mark giveaway, which is going to be October 24. Never too early to get started collecting those entries for that. That is for a full bottle of based off of the bottle that we will give away if you don't have a preference is the Still Austin Nancy Fraley pick. It's a $90 bottle, and there you go. If you want something different, we can talk about the red corn and the different things that they have to offer. Um, Suspected spam is calling me, but
Forget forget that I bought a bottle of Springbank 8 for like $80. Don't
yeah, yeah,
remember that.
yeah. Just forget about that. But let me go ahead and play this. Now the samples for tonight that Mark has selected are Mark's picks for tonight. It is a Woodford Reserve Double Oaked, a Four Roses Single Barrel, and Eagle Rare.
And it's good old Eagle Rare. It's good tasty stuff. I did swing by and pick up the newest September release of Nancy's pick
All right.
because I was going to. They actually had this time. It was the first time they did it. They had the regular bourbon, and she picked a rye barrel this time.
Oh
I was
man,
I
they're
was going to get
right.
the rye. I
Oh
was
my
going to get
God,
the
they're right.
rye,
It's so good.
but then I read the tasting notes on this bourbon one, and it
Mm-hmm.
says the nose. She says blueberry pancakes. Oh, sorry, blackberry pancakes with maple
Ooh,
syrup,
mm,
cassis liqueur, brandied cherries, smoky whiff of cedarwood cigar box, and then on the palate, dark chocolate covered cherries, blueberry muffins with melted butter, molasses cookies, and the finish is a sweetened iced tea with baking spices and toasted nuts. And I'm like,
mm.
I got to get that one.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's for the halfway mark. If y'all want one of those, I got one of those. I have not tried it.
That sounds really good,
It sounds
and
stupid good.
I know, and if Nancy said it, it's
Yeah,
pretty
exactly.
damn accurate. Yeah, she's not just making crap up.
No, she's got a hell of a palate on her
hmm
and a hell of a nose. We
Yeah,
don't call
I'm,
her
I'm
Nancy the Nose Failure for nothing.
yeah, I'm flopping back and forth here. But every time I flop back to the wheat, I
Mm-hmm.
take a bigger swig of
Well,
it.
is that a lower proof one? Let's see. The Green River, it's the regular.
I think they're 90. Yeah, they're both 90.
Yeah, it's 90. Yeah, you're right. Yep. No, you got to get the full proof.
Yeah, I
It's
will. Yeah.
It's good.
But is the foolproof pretty much the regular bourbon just at a
I think
higher
it's the
proof?
regular bourbon, but it's got more notes to it and a
Mhm.
better nose than just the regular bourbon does.
Well, and it's going to either be a small batch. Well, foolproof is pretty much single barrel. I mean, unless they can get all of the. Well, no, it doesn't have to be a single barrel. It has to be a small batch because they will put, because it doesn't matter. They'll put them all in at 117 point whatever proof. You know,
Yep.
they could do like 20, 30 barrels at that. And then they just put them all together and proof it back down to exactly what they went into the barrel at. And that's your foolproof.
And that's what it says on the back of the label.
Yeah.
Green River Full Proof is a small batch of selected barrels
Yep.
blended and bottled at barrel strength. So,
All right,
and it's
everybody.
good.
Wani was here first. We're in a time loop.
Lori, your samples went into mail today, so uh, maybe this weekend or early next week, you should be receiving some samples.
Yeah. I did. I would be hitting you up for some bourbon, Mark, to send me, but I had to replenish my cigar humidor over here. So I don't
Yeah, I
want
went
to.
out
I don't
today and
want to spend.
I picked this one up. It's actually pretty good. It's
What's that one?
oh, I can't hardly read it. Casano.
Oh,
It's an 18-year aged Connecticut wrap, double Connecticut. It's really tasty. I like it.
yeah. I've been digging the CAOs lately. Um, man, they're coming out with some pretty good stuff. They have the Italianos, the Americanos, the Cubana, you know, that series they came out with, country series. But those flatheads are really good.
Yeah, this is a Casano 18-year Gordo. I don't know. It's good. I like it.
Yeah. I'm gonna try something right quick. I have just a teeny bit left of these. I'm just gonna pour the wheat over into the regular and see what it does.
There you go. It ought to be pretty good.
Just to see.
I'm going to go for something completely different.
Give it a little swirl here.
Little compass box, Flaming Heart.
Flaming Heart. There we go.
Ain't pour too much of that one. What's this one here? I think this was it's a blended malt, but I think it's a fairly high proofer.
Knocked you on your butt. Man, those things are tasty, dude.
48.9.
Now, if CAO Flathead knocked you on your butt, do not get the Oliva
97.
Wrath.
Ooh, that's weird. What is that peeling off? Yeah, it's not too proofy.
All right, we are about to spin. So let's get this one out of the way. This is 8 entries. 8 entries to the quarterly drawing.
Fatted malt is compass box. Oh, okay.
Well, you know what that means? It's now worth 16 entries because that's my Facebook entry.
Oh, yeah.
It's now worth 16. It doubled. So whoever gets this plus 8.
Oh, Wood Metal Garage.
Oh, goodness gracious. Wood and metal. Man, I got strangled on my own self. Wood and metal.
All
right, plus 8.
Torpedo
with 8 is 16. There we go. Now then.
Guani, I prefer a cigar that's kind of a milder side, like a Connecticut wrapper, and something about the size of my thumb. You know,
I like them strong.
Yeah, I like a big one, a big cigar, and something that's going to last about an hour and a half to 2 hours if I can get one that size.
Oh man, that Oliva, that Wrath.
Those are good.
Gosh, that thing lasts a long time. All right, so here's the other one I'm sipping on, the
Yeah, the
wheated
weeder.
bourbon,
Oh,
and
that's
it's
super
just
good.
wheat. And yeah, so the first two that I showed, those are the ones that I'm sipping on tonight, and the two I mixed together. So right now they're just blended together in this glass, and actually
Yep.
it's pretty good. It tames down, um, it tames down the sour mash, the regular bourbon, um,
Mhm.
but it elevates the wheat. Yeah, so
Yep. I got you, Wigwam. Yeah, I've had a few different ones. But some of the Maduros for me are a little bit too much on me.
mm,
It's more like kind of maybe smoking a pipe or something like that. Kind of tends to burn my tongue up a little bit and just overpower everything. Versus like something like this, like the Connecticut wrapper, the lighter ones, stuff that I'm sipping on, it pairs easier with it. Like if I'm sipping on light scotch or something like that, it pairs easier with that and doesn't overpower what I'm sipping on.
I will
Maduro
say this:
does
the
for me.
the Oliva Series V. They
Mhm.
have now they have the regular, but if you find a Melanio, the Series V Melanio, grab
Mhm.
that. That they
Okay.
are a medium bold. They're not near as bold as the Flathead or the Wrath or anything like that. But I love them. They have like a chocolatey note to them.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah.
I like that. I
Now we
can tell
can't
you
we can't
from
we can't keep talking about these
cigars.
yeah, we're gonna get demonetized.
Oh, I can tell you, if you're in Kentucky and you see the barns smoking and stuff, don't call the cops
Yeah.
and don't go into the barn and roll
Jiminy.
yourself up one. You will regret it.
Yeah. All right,
Hey,
guys.
Jim.
We're gonna spin this one here shortly. We are on Whiskey Nose. Just put the hashtag in. If you're just joining, get that hashtag in there. This is going to be worth at least 9 entries, unless it lands on my Facebook entry again, like it did last time, and doubles it. If it lands on my YouTube entry, because when I post on here, it goes to both Facebook and YouTube, so I get, it puts both in. If it lands on my YouTube one, it goes to Lori.
Shade.
So
There you go. That's right, Grawny. Good stuff. Ecuadorian filler and Connecticut shade wrap. I'm all down with that.
sick and tired. Good evening.
Cheers, sick and tired. Good to see you.
You know what I want? I'm going to pour, especially after blending these two together. I want to try the Wild Turkey 101 up against it.
Against that,
Yeah.
okay.
I just
Hmm.
want to see.
Well, I'm sipping this flaming heart against it, and it's completely different.
I know it's completely different. I know. But I
Hey,
haven't opened
there,
it.
Artie.
You know what? Where's the. Oh, no. Where's the perforation? Ah, maybe I won't.
I have to bust out a knife.
Does it have a tab? Oh, it has a tab at the top. Hang on.
What happens in the barn stays in the barn.
Yeah, what happens? Yeah.
I have done my fair share of hanging tobacco in a barn,
Mm.
cutting tobacco, spiking it, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, it's it's not the greatest of jobs that you want to do. Let me tell you that. Although I do love the smell of smoking tobacco. I mean, when the barns, when you drive past in Kentucky, you'll see barns smoking. What they're doing is they're smoking the dark fire tobacco, and they usually smoke it with like hickory and oak or a couple other woods, mainly hickory, and it's awesome. I love the smell of that. Now, like this, the Connecticut wrappers, that's a burley tobacco. It's a lighter tobacco, bigger
I'm
leaf,
just
big
I'm just
broadleaf.
pouring a teeny bit, Mark. I just want to
Okay, just for the comparison.
just for the comparison. I don't know why. When I mixed them together, it reminded me of Wild Turkey 101.
Smelling napalm in the morning.
I was wrong.
Napalm and cordite.
I was wrong.
No, completely different.
Wild Turkey 101 barely has a nose compared to this.
Really? Holy crap.
Yeah. This is coming through way stronger on the Green River.
Huh.
Yeah, that Wild Turkey, you don't get that funk off of it hardly after, following that. It's mostly, it's different for sure.
I have
But
to agree with you. Yep. I definitely would have to agree with you.
wow, Green
Did not
River's making
expect
some
that at
pretty good
all.
stuff. What's that?
I did not expect that.
Yeah, it kills the
I
nose
figured,
on the. Yeah.
I figured the turkey would stand up to Green River, but it doesn't. It's
Yeah.
completely different. And it's a lot lighter, like you said.
Well, when I mix the wheat and the regular together, I thought, that'll tame it down a little. And it,
Yeah.
for some reason, in the back of my mind, I thought, I think Wild Turkey could stand up to this. I'm going to put Kathy down here. Oh, YKB. YKB. Got it.
There you go.
See, learn to read. All right. All right. I always go back and recheck that, make sure. Now I do. Just pour some old granddad 114. Now that's a feisty one right there.
That's a good one. I like it.
That's good. Yeah.
I got a bottle behind me.
Yeah, it's weird how it killed the nose on that 101. And that 101 is 101 proof. Sprite. This is John Kranz and his Sprite.
Now that was I like Sprite to drink back in the day, but when I was drinking 101, with a mixer, it was 7 Up. It mixed better with 7 Up than it did with Sprite because Sprite was a little sweeter than 7 Up was. So oh wow,
Yeah.
70th anniversary bottle. Dang.
Okay.
Excuse me while I whip this out.
Yeah, Loppy fucking does.
Well, even better if he could have had the guy had him sign it, but
Yeah. All right, we are at 7:48. I am about to spin this one. We hopefully everybody got their little hashtaggers in there. Oh, before I do this, let me write Jerry Arbaugh down here. All right, got that. Now I can spin this thing. And this is the Weeder. Good luck, everybody. 9 entries at least. Boom, Bourbon Kitty. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Bourbon Kitty.
Let that confetti die down. Here we go.
Oh, well, that's the thing, Jerry. Everybody's got different tastes. So,
Now, we are now on the single barrel.
Oh, no, I have not seen that one yet.
I have not either, and I'm excited about it.
I bet it'd be pretty dang tasty.
I bet. And I'm hoping it's going to have more notes in that, regular batch.
Yeah.
But similar, but, more pronounced type stuff.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's the thing with single barrels. Everyone tastes slightly different.
Hmm.
Some of them are really good. Some of them are,
Well, yeah, but if it's a good distillery and a good crew there tasting and picking and choosing, they're only going to choose the best barrels for the single barrels.
exactly. Hopefully.
So you're going to get the best of the cream of the crop, type thing. So, well, not the cream, because those are going to be for the barrel proof, no
Yeah.
barrel.
That or, certain people that are coming in to pick a barrel, they'll set some of those really nice ones aside for those folks.
We're right. And yeah. And a lot of that has to do with where in the rick house it's aged.
Yeah, we're in a rick house, but then again, it's still it's a lot of it has to do with the wood in the
The
barrel
wood in the
itself.
barrel.
You know,
Yeah.
when it was harvested, how old was the tree? Where was the tree facing? North,
Mhm.
south, west, whatever.
Was
Yeah,
it
it
in the
makes a
middle of it?
huge difference. It
Yeah.
really does.
Well, and what I heard from somebody was talking about wood for barrels. They said the trees around the outside of the grove,
Yeah.
the forest area, uh, actually make better barrel wood. The ones that
Hmm.
they get more sunlight. The rest of they're competing
Oh,
in the
okay.
middle, and the
Yeah.
ones that get like a broad sunlight and they grow a lot of big limbs coming out on that side
Yeah. I,
are actually
I can
better.
see that.
But I'm not going to get into that debate.
Well,
Yeah, Bardstown bought Green River in 2022. Yeah, and of course, when a conglomerate starts acquiring distilleries, it's going to last a while because it's probably not going to give you immediate returns. They're looking at 10,
yeah.
5, 10, 15, 20 year returns on that stuff. So yeah, they're going to own them for a while unless something bellies up.
I'm gonna pour a little bit more of that stuff. That was stupid good. A little more splash of that.
Did a wild bear shit on a tree? Yeah, that would make it have a lot more. Uh, tightens the grain. Tightens the grain. Yeah. No, it's well, and it has to do with the char too, and the
Yep.
char method. Are they? Because some of them do like they blast down in the barrel. I know. I think Jack Daniels does that where they do the flamethrower things that come down
Mm,
into the barrel. Well, very few distilleries make their own barrels, but they char 'em. That like a
mm,
lot of them just get plain. That they get the barrels already made, and then they do their own char. And then some of the smaller distilleries will order from barrel companies that there's only a handful out there. And this is something like if you're
yeah.
looking for tape, oh, do I want Scotch tape or do I want, this type of tape or whatever? Hell, it's all made by 3M, you know.
Yeah. Yep. Pretty much.
Yeah.
Well, with your barrels, you have different ones. You got like independent stave, and there's a few other
Yeah.
ones that are doing good stuff. But the big thing with barrels that I've seen uh, is how long did they stack the wood up outside?
Yep.
Just stack it up and let it sit there.
Yep.
If they let it sit there for less than a year, you wind up with some weird, odd taste out of it.
Well,
If it's they were stacked for like maybe 2 years to 3 years, it's a completely different animal. It
well,
really
that's
is.
what we would call green, you know.
Yeah, that's good green. Exactly.
Yep.
You get that kind of weird, metallic, weird note to the whiskey.
Yeah. Yeah, it's that, and you can't get past that youthfulness of that wood one,
Mm-mm.
if you use it too fast. It's got too much water in it, too
Well,
much moisture in the wood. It's got to dry out.
I mean, sitting in the air, and having air blow through it, and then the change of seasons and stuff like that, makes a huge difference in the wood. It
Hmm.
dries out, and y'all have seen wood that's been aged for a while. It turns kind of a gray color after about almost a year and a half to 2 years. It starts turning gray.
Yeah.
That's when you want to get it, and
Oh,
you can dry it
seasoned.
down
Yeah.
more than that.
Yeah. Seasoned wood. Well, and that's where if you get a barrel and you don't have to fill it with water first, it's not seasoned wood. Because I was talking to a couple of distilleries. The first thing they do is they get their barrels in, and before they put their batch in, they fill them with water, and
Hmm.
they have a drain in the floor, under the rack,
Yeah,
and they're just full of water, and they leak and leak and leak, and when they stop leaking, they pour all the water out and put whiskey in it.
yeah, yeah. Really, Peter? Well, the shelfer. Okay. Yeah, I don't drink a lot of the shelfer stuff. I might. I mean, see all this up here, and then this shelf
Oh
right
yeah,
here. It's double deep with still Austin stuff.
yeah. I do like their regular little offerings. The lower proof. The non Nancy Pig. I'm a big fan of that. The artist and musician. Both of them. As just like a regular, more affordable bottle.
Yeah, yeah. Their cash strength one. That's great.
Hmm.
I like it, and
A lot of
especially their
times,
rye. I'm more partial to the rye than I am the bourbons, but that's
yeah, a
just me,
lot of,
personal
oh,
preference.
yeah, a lot of times though, I'm not. I mean, I like. Don't get me wrong. I love a good cast strength, but
Yeah,
on a normal weeknight, I don't want a cast strength bourbon.
exactly. And that's part of the reason I'm drinking, a lot more of these different scotches and stuff because it's a lower proof.
Yeah.
It's a little lighter drinking. You can take a nice little sample, an ounce or so pour of it, and just you can nose that thing for a while because
Oh
the
yeah.
the nose is so different than your normal bourbon notes. Vanilla,
Well, that's
caramel.
the wood notes. Yeah,
Yeah,
wood sugars. Yeah.
you get the same freaking notes off of most of the bourbons. I'm drinking more rye than I am bourbon nowadays.
Yeah. I like a good rye. That I'll say that.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I don't want any whistle pig funky ass rye. It tastes like somebody's left foot that stepped in a swamp while they was trying to pull in a gator.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, Peter White. Yeah, that blue corn. Yeah, the blue corn bottle and bond one, the rye from Still Austin. Yeah, that's
mhm.
good.
Oh
I
yeah,
like that one.
I like all their special offer. I just like Still Austin as a
Yeah,
distillery.
yeah. It's Still Austin is a different Texas distillery. I mean, if you're used to like Balcones or Garrison Brothers or something like that, not like those. They're
No.
just not.
All right, we're going to spin this thing because we are about at the top of the hour here. So let's go on ahead and give away the 10 entries. We're up to 10
Jerry,
now.
come on.
Good luck, everybody. If you missed this one, don't worry. There'll be another one coming after another special event. Wooden metal. That is plus. Look at that. Plus 10.
Yep. Spinning it again.
Wow. Making a killing tonight. Okay. Oh, draw again. Draw again. Making a killing. Mr.
Oh,
Mom. That's
that's
plus
another repeat.
10. See why I start spinning 2 minutes before the top of the hour? Now then, congratulations, congratulations.
Well, Peter White, you get it in Canada. We get the crap down here.
Top dog. Here we go. Top dog.
There we go. Congratulations, Top Dog.
All right.
About
That's
time.
worth 10. There we go. Let the confetti die down all the way because that's a unique winner. And I'm going to set the next one up, but I'm not going to post it yet
Okie dokie.
because it is time.
Is, is it time for put me in, coach?
It's yeah, don't say it too early because I got to get ready.
go.
All right.
I want to play
There
center
you go.
field.
Start put me in. All you have to do in any form or fashion is type put me in the chat and you get 2 entries. This is everybody gets a trophy. Everybody. All right.
Really, Peter White? I
And I'm
always
gonna
heard
be
that the best Canadian whiskey they keep for themselves. They send us stuff like, Crown Royal, stuff
oh,
like that.
now I'm not reading. You're gonna have to keep me posted on what's being said because Whistle Pig sucks.
Yeah, I see it around here all the time. Whistle Pig. I can get some of it, and for a decent price too, really. But I haven't, because like I said, I've been in more, different Scotches and Irishes and things like that recently. But Orlando Canchola. I have never seen that name before. Awesome.
Awesome.
Good to see you, sir.
Welcome.
Cheers. And by the way, my normal question when this is going on, what are y'all sipping on tonight? Surely got to be something decent. Or, maybe not. Maybe it's just a beer. Or I think what John said, he was sipping on 7-Up or something. Or sorry, Sprite. But hey, you get no knocks from me. Yeah, Seagram 7. Yeah, that was my old drink there, Jerry J. Seagram 7 and 7-Up.
7
Although
7.
back in the day, me and my buddy used to drink Seagram 7 and we would chase it with knee-high grape. We would take the bottle of Seagram 7 and then like take a little nip of knee-high grape and then knock back a couple of bubbles of Seagram 7 and then a little chaser of knee-high grape. That's how we drank it. Of course, we were in. No, I can't say that. We were slightly younger than you're supposed to be. Yeah. Oh, the latest Kilhoman. Oh, I love me some Kilhoman, James Morgan. Jeez, that's a good idea.
Oh,
Let's see.
whoa. There we go.
Let's see. No, not the Mackinac Bay, not the Shenag. Oh, I have to go with the 10-year-old single cask picked by Irene Tan. Yummy. Have to do a little
Irene.
splash of that. Irene Tan, if y'all don't know if
If
that
you don't
lady.
know who Irene Tan is, you need to educate.
Yep. Yeah. Educate yourself and hopefully you can get up a bottle of her stuff because she's on par with Nancy as far as uh, her nose and her palate. Yeah, she's on par with Nancy. Dang, Guani.
So y'all are talking about knee high and grape, new grape, and all that stuff. Now I have to pour something special over here.
Oh, goodness. Got some peat smoke now.
Guess what I'm gonna pour?
Oh, Noah's Mill. Okay.
Sour grape.
Yeah, there you go.
Yep, sour grape.
That's Sumatra. Oh, it's Dominican Republican. Dang. Thank you, Kwani. I appreciate it.
There's a lot of people that turn their nose up at Noah's Mill.
I got a bottle behind me. It's right there.
Yeah, I like it. I like it.
I picked that one up when I got the Rowan's Creek.
Definitely different. Definitely different. Now, if you have not put me in, please type that in the chat. Orlando Controller.
Nice, John. Oh, GG.
I only have 19
Baby.
put me ins. Oh, there's Sugar Kitty. Hang on.
Thank you, Kwani. I believe it will. I appreciate it.
A heel of 2014 Noah's Mill buried somewhere. Yeah. I got Gawani. Gawani.
There you go. The Rowan's Creek's not bad.
It's not. It's not bad.
I think I kind of like the Noah's Mill, but a little bit better than that one.
It that Noah's Mill is very unique.
I mean,
And
they're both of those are Willet product, right?
yeah. Yep.
Now,
Well, the
compared
Noah's Mill
to
is
the
well.
Willet normal Willet pot still,
Mm-mm.
no, they're
No.
much better than that.
Yep. Way
For
better.
sure. Because the Willet pot still, it's damn near undrinkable for me personally. Now, I got a trash palate, so
Now I'll tell you this: the first time I tried Noah's Mill, or not Noah's Mill, but the yeah, Noah's Mill. See, y'all got me. Rowan's Creek, Noah's Mill. The first time I
yep.
tried Noah's Mill, I thought, yuck. That was my first thought when I took a
Mhm.
sip of it. But then I dreamed about it that night, and I went back to it the next day, and I really, really like it. All right, I got your whiskey nose.
From Kentucky, where are you going to be at in Kentucky, there, Marty?
Oh, William Hall. There we
Oh,
go.
oh, there you go, Mister Mom. Mister Mom needs a bottle of Rowan's Creek. All right.
Okay, well, I'm going to read off these put me ins now that William Hall has his in there. If I do not call your name, I did not get you down for the put me in, so please type it in the chat. It's 2 entries to the quarterly drawing. I have Mr. Great Shot, Lori, Big Daddy H, Whiskey Nose, Bourbon Kitty,
Oh, Barstown
Gary J,
Blitz.
Top Dog,
Nice.
Wooden Metal Garage, Wigwag's Workshop, Mr. Mom, Bourbon Hunter, Peter
I got
White,
you.
Orlando Controlla, Jerry Arbaugh, which is Arky 99, by the way,
Mm,
Kathy Bates, John Kranz, Tater Dom, Gawani Ostanaco, James Morgan, Sugar Kitty, and William Hall. If I did not call your name, I did not get you down. Oh, Lori, I got you. I always write you down.
mm.
But I did not get you in for the put me in. So please type that now. Otherwise, I'm
Oh,
going to type.
dang. Sorry, Lori. Hope you feel better soon.
All right, I got you, Jimmy. Now
Jimmy!
I am typing stop put me in, but that does not mean the put me in stops. Let me get Jimmy down here. Jimmy's random. That just means I'm not focused on it. So put it in all caps, type it 3 times in all caps, whatever, if you want to put me in before the end of the show, but get our attention.
Yep.
But I am going to post the next hashtag now, which is this one. I have not tried it. I cannot speak to it.
Slacker.
I cannot speak to it. I do not know.
No, the rye I have not seen yet,
Nope.
but I will definitely be picking that up next time I see it.
Oh, I'm going to try it. Yeah.
And
And
because I like a rye.
something we haven't called out yet. This is not expensive yet.
Yeah.
Yet.
Yeah. It's liable to be here for very long.
Yeah.
Like
So
next year.
if you're interested at all, grab a couple bottles of Green River now while they're still in the 30s.
Yeah, 30 to 50, basically.
Well, yeah, and this stuff I'm sipping on is like $37, $37.
There
And
you
it's
go.
good.
Heck yeah. It's worth the price, that's for sure.
Mm. Now, while people are putting this
It's true for
hashtag,
all of us, Jerry.
I'm going to say that right now we have a few people here for the drawing. But I'm going to play the samples drawing again. This is if you're not on YouTube, sorry. But if you're on YouTube, super chat, super sticker, every $1 gets you 2 entries. And if you want in on it, here's what you stand to win tonight. But even if you don't win tonight, you still get 2 entries to the halfway mark giveaway and the regular quarterly drawing for every $1. So you get 3 chances to win.
Yep.
Off that. So with that, we will move along. And I will start. I have to go make the wheel good though.
Okay.
So let me start loading the wheel here.
Yeah, you got to stand a pretty good chance of winning samples tonight, especially if you're Kathy.
Well, Kathy only has, why she puts in for YKB.
Hey, Phil's back in chat. He made it home safely.
All right. All right.
You know, I had a thought there. You actually could have a little backstage thing, but you could cut out early and then I could shut it down.
Yeah, you can if you want. I'm just, but I can. You have the link. I mean, you can send the link out.
Okay.
I mean, I can just leave studio. You can stay on as long as you want.
Okay. That's a dang good cigar. I like that one. I'm about to go back to my local specs and pick up a couple more of those. 18 years of aging, did a pretty good job on that. Okay. Yeah, James, I don't know how I could send you a link there, though.
All right, I got you, Phil.
Oh,
if Phil wins
just
tonight,
for a second, I will be right back. I got to, let's see here. I'll be right back.
All right. And there, we're good. Will's good. Will's good. I have to write Phil down, though. There we go. Got it. Now, everything is good. I don't know where Mark went. I wasn't paying attention. I was trying to make sure I got all the correct entries on the wheel. So here we go. But we are on GRSR. That's the hashtag right now, worth 11 entries to the quarterly drawing. When we bring that up, we're going to spin a couple of more. We actually have this one and 2 more after that, and then we'll do the samples giveaway. So there's still time if you want to get in on that. And I'm not doing an after party. No, I'm not. Well, it's not really an after party. We just do a behind the curtain hangout. After the show stops, we end the stream, and then I send the link out to folks who want it, who are friends on Facebook, who I have on Facebook Messenger. I don't know how Mark's going to do it tonight, but I have something very important I have to be at tomorrow. I've been prepping for it for a while, and it's a full day for me tomorrow. I actually have to put suity clothes on to go to it tomorrow. So, I mean, I've been working from home for a while, so whatever. I'm crossing my fingers and hoping my suit pants still fit.
Ain't nobody gonna see you from the waist down anyway.
You know that what's that dude's name? It used to be on Saturday Night Live. It does the late night talk show. Gosh, he gets on there, and Will Ferrell came on, and Will Ferrell came up with it. I got my tight pants on. You know that.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Everybody talking about my tight pants. My tight pants. Got my tight
Them
pants.
70s pants.
Yeah, that one. Did you wipe?
No, Phil, I didn't, but I shook it more than twice.
Mm. Mm.
All this damn water got to me.
Yo, Jimmy Fallon. That's it, Matt B. Jimmy Fallon. Matt B, I do not have you in for a put me in. If you will type put me in the chat, I'll write your name down and you get 2 entries to the quarterly drawing. I mean,
I don't.
yeah, Norm McDonald. Yeah, he did good.
Yeah,
They
he was
I don't
good.
watch it anymore. Um,
Mhm. I
I'm too
watched it.
old. I don't sit up that late. I get most of my stuff now off of YouTube. I'll see clips come up and I'll watch, a few minutes of the show or whatever. Yeah, pants not. Well, they told me that. They told me, oh, Phil, everything's spicy. It got you on to put me in. Got that. And, but no, uh, I think there's, okay, Matt B got that. I think there's
Oh,
the two, Colin
John,
Jost. What's that?
John, that's called a local tree.
Yeah, tree. That's it. Texas bidet mesquite. That's what that is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But the Colin Jost and Michael Che, whatever their names are.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watch a couple of clips here and there when it pops up on. They do the weekend update.
Okay. Yeah, I kind of stopped watching after Belushi had passed.
Oh,
It's
that's a
been
long
that
time.
long.
I mean, there the problem was it used to be like the whole show was like great from start to finish.
Oh
And
yeah.
now it's like you're watching
Yeah.
a long time to catch 10 minutes of really
Yeah.
decent stuff.
Exactly. You're watching 20, 30 minutes to go, ah. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, one of my favorite ones though is well, and sometimes it has to do with the host, like who's hosting. Because when
Yeah.
Jim Carrey hosted, oh my God, he was making fun of the Buick commercials or whatever, with Matthew McConaughey, and he was sitting there doing this. He's like driving down these long roads and blah blah blah. He said, and he looks around. And he goes, "I've been rolling this booger for about 10 minutes. Feels good." that was funny. That was funny. All right, I got to put Kathy Bates down here for
Oh,
her gifted memberships.
yeah. I'm with you, Jerry. Yeah,
Right.
SCTV. Yeah. I'm catching an echo now for some reason.
Uh-oh.
That's
Is it?
weird.
I don't hear it.
Maybe it's just on my end. Don't know. Oh, I need some way to hook up with Peter White. I can send him a link.
Well, you have the invite link. I may set up here for a little bit, a few minutes after the show, but I'll need to drop short. And I can send Dad a link if he wants to come up for a little bit and hang out with you guys. But
Yeah.
I may not be up here more than about 15, 20 minutes after the show.
That's about all I want to do. So, hang out just a little bit after the show. But
Yeah. I mean, and normally I'll tell y'all, if y'all are like, if you ever want to come up after the show's over and hang out for a little bit, I'll tell you, it's probably going to be a big letdown. We normally only hang out for a max of about 45 minutes or so, and that's about it. And then we're kind of done. But we are at time I need to spend because we're going to run out of time before I get these things all spun out. So, whoops, wrong one. There we go. Good luck, everybody. 24 entries. This is worth 11 entries 24 people up for two of them are mine. Anyway, You get it. Jerry
We know.
J, that's a repeat plus 11. We've had some repeats tonight. Now, I don't let the confetti die down on a repeat win. You only get the full confetti treatment on the first win. Bam, Orlando.
Nice.
Congratulations. Oops, that's an A.
Hey, Shannon.
All right,
Shannon's
got
Mini.
that. 11 entries. All right, we're going to stop sharing that. I will set the next one up.
Cheers. Cheers, sir.
All right, so we have two more bourbons to get through. They're going to go really fast, guys. So I kind of lost track of time there talking. But the next one here is the Foolproof, and you had
Yep.
it,
Yes, sir.
and I cannot speak to it. I have not had it,
It's
but you said
quite
it was
tasty.
quite tasty, and I think the regular bourbon's quite tasty. This would be elevated a little bit. And what did you say the proof was on this? 117 point
Point
something?
3.
0.3. Okay, and that's right in my sweet spot. I love them. Over 100 proof, under 120.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, once them things seems to be a pretty good, nice proof for that. It's quite good.
Yeah. Well, and if they do it right and they care and they're really trying, they're gonna find that sweet spot that they want.
Yeah, I agree. And that one's really good. Um, from all three that I've tried tonight,
Mm-hmm.
um, I think I like the foolproof the best, and then second would be the weeded.
Yeah, yeah. It was really caramelly, but it had more than just wood sugar notes to it.
Mm-hmm.
But it was
Yeah,
really good.
yeah,
Now I'm
it was
sipping
good.
on. I'm gonna grab another bottle of water. I'll be
Okay,
right back. Oops, I've
yep,
just
not a
got
problem.
water on my notepad here because I shook the bottle. That's all right. Sugar Kitty and William Hall got a little smudge. But
They'll be all right. They'll shake that shit off. They'll be all right. What am I sipping on now? Oh, this is that compass box. Yep.
yeah, I'm trying to stay ultimately hydrated tonight. I'm going to spin this one here in about another minute or so. These last ones go really fast. And I think the wheel is good, though, unless somebody else wants to get in on this thing.
Oh, I'm gonna have to get in them too. Let's see.
All right. Yep, you're in there. And typically, I'll tell you what normally happens. If Mark wins, he gives it away to somebody else. So,
Yep, pretty much all the time.
all right.
Because
I'm seeing
I win anyways.
Bourbon Nerd. I got you.
Hey, bourbon nerd. Oh, your samples are in the mail.
All right. Let me I'm gonna add Bourbon Nerd to the wheel and then we'll come back and spin this one.
Okay.
All right, wheel's good again.
All righty.
And now we're gonna come back and share this screen and give away these 12 entries to the quarterly drawing. 12.
Almond.
Jerry Jones.
Again.
That is Jerry J. And I am going to put a plus 12
Mm.
and draw again. See, this is why I start a little early because you never know. Boom, John Kranz. That is John Kranz's first win of the night.
About damn time.
But that's a good one. It's 12, double digits.
Heck yeah.
All right, let me set this last one up. We'll get this one done, and then we'll get to the sample giveaway.
All right. Excellent.
All right. Now, this is their little flagship one. Or not flagship, but their, well, okay. So, Green River Distillery was founded in 1885. There's my alarm going off, by the way. There is the Green River Screw Top 1885 right there.
Huh.
Little plastic screw on top. I have not seen this one.
I've never seen
I'm
that
going to
one
get a
either.
bottle if I see it. I don't
For sure.
You know. But
so that's the one that they're saying that was based on the recipe from then.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I didn't really do that much. I didn't have time to read it all. But I think this is probably their. This is what I would believe is their lower end one. I'm just saying that because it has a plastic screw top and the bottle is not shaped like a horseshoe. It's not fancy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I don't know what the proof on it is. I didn't really have time to look into all of it. I know normally when I look at distilleries' websites, whatever they list last is it tends to get more expensive as it goes down. I don't think that's the case here. I think this one went up and up and up, and then boom, you know. Oh, and by the way, we also have this,
Well,
you know,
right.
type thing. I don't know that for sure, but I'm assuming because typically when you get an 80 proofer and it's a bottom shelf or whatever, or their bottom shelf, which may be mid shelf, you know, for some, they tend to just put the little plastic screw top in their plainer bottles and all that. So,
well, plastic screw top, I don't mind.
I don't mind that at all. There's nothing wrong with
these
it.
bottles are, they got a cork in them and everything. Nice little wooden chunk at the top there. But the screw top, I've got one up there from 1963.
Yeah.
That is perfectly fine.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with it.
Jerry J, you got to put hashtag, not $sign. If it's $1,885, I'm not going to buy it. Now, if it's $18.85, I might.
Yeah.
But now that's I'm just going by history, of what I've seen. But again, I had very limited time, so I did more research on the contracting for NDPs and the purchase by Bardstown and that type of stuff. I didn't really go through all their. Oh, and metal screw tops. I'll tell you this. That was one thing I was going to bring up is Cook's Mill. Or Cook's Mill. God dang it. Kings County bourbon.
Yeah.
And that flat looks like a but they do a 750. It looks just like a half pint or whatever. Those have metal screw tops on them. All right. We are going to I know it's quick, guys, but we have to spin this thing. I got the 2-minute warning.
It's got a metal screw top, but it's got plastic on the inside, so it's not bad.
It's rubber on the inside of the metal, yeah. All right, good luck, everybody. We have to get this show on the road. Boom, William Hall. That's not a plus.
Nope.
Oh my gosh.
First time he's won tonight.
Oh man. Okay. Congratulations on that. We can get rid of that screen altogether. And now I'm going to present, drum roll please, the samples giveaway.
All right.
And here we go. I'm going to hit shuffle a whole bunch of times. I'm not even counting. And then I'm going to spin this thing. All right. This is for the 3 samples we had on there earlier. We'll tell you what they are in a minute. Looks like Kathy Bates. Kathy Bates won the samples.
Oh. I may have her address already.
I bet you do. All right. So the samples were Woodford Reserve.
Rare.
Well,
Woodford Double O.
Yep.
and what was the other one?
The Four Roses single barrel.
There you go. Yeah, the single barrel.
But everybody who put in for that drawing still gets 2 entries to the quarterly drawing and per dollar, and 2 entries to the halfway mark giveaway per dollar.
Yep. And that bottle of Nancy is going to be good.
All right, guys, we are right at the end of the show. Congratulations to everybody who won entries and samples and was here to do a put me in. I hope you guys had a great time. This show goes on every single week, regardless. I even do it on Thanksgiving evening. So it's every Thursday. Yeah, we give away 24 nosing kit and all that type of stuff for the quarterly drawing. Phil won it last time. Congratulations, everything spicy. I'll get those shipped out on Saturday morning. But adios, guys. Hope you had fun. Mark, you gonna
peace, love, bourbon, y'all.
peace, love, and bourbon. There you go. All right.